I'd like to introduce to you a friend of mine that for quite a long time I have met with him on the fourth Sunday of Advent. And he has every year brought the same message with him. And he has been given kind of a nickname that I gave him many years ago. His name is Wally. And his nickname is the Reluctant Innkeeper. Well, Wally is a neat guy. He a little bit big for the first grade, but everybody loved Wally. No bully was he. He was the gentlest and most friendly of souls. Wally was a friend even to the smallest of the kids in school. When the school staged the Christmas play, Wally wanted to be one of the shepherds. For some reason, he just loved the countryside, and he loved to watch them working on the farms. But the teacher directing the play had a larger role for Wally. Wally was cast as an innkeeper. He practiced, and the more he practiced, the more nervous he came about his lines. The night of the play, everything was going beautifully. Then, if you've been around grade schools for a long time, then you know, okay, wait for it, when is it coming? And sure enough, as he got more nervous, and it was going wonderful, then came the time where he got the cue for his words. There was a knock at the door. Mary and Joseph all of a sudden appeared at the door of the inn. Wally answered the door right on cue and gave his line. "What do you want?" "We seek lodging," came the response. "Seek it elsewhere. The inn is filled," Wally replied, with just a nice touch of being annoyed by them. "But sir, we have tried everywhere. We have come a long way. We are very tired with our traveling." "Go away," Wally properly commanded. "There is no room in my inn for you." "But sir, my wife is with child. Don't you have a corner where we could get in from the cold?" And that's when it happened. Things all of a sudden aren't going to go so beautifully. Wally broke his icy stare at them, and he looked directly at Mary. And he couldn't stop staring at her. There was a long, long silence. The audience became nervous. They became uneasy. Everyone thought Wally had forgotten his lines. "No, be gone," a prompter off a stage said. "No, be gone," Wally said half-heartedly. Joseph sadly placed his arm around Mary as they began to move off the stage. Wally couldn't stand it any longer. A little oversized he was, but cruel never. Could never be cruel to anybody. With big tears welling in his eyes, he then gave the performance of his life. It was never matched in another play. He said, and the people never forgot, he said, "Wait, Joseph, don't go. Stay. You and Mary, stay here with me. bring back Mary. You can have my room. I'll sleep in the cold for you. A few people thought Wally had ruined the Christmas pageant. But almost everybody there knew better. It was the best. It was original. It came from the heart. It was unexpected. He got their attention because Wally had that love. Immediately looking at Mary and the Holy Family, he had never seen anything like that before. Well, people knew it was the greatest show on earth for them that they had just seen. But Wally, now, the reluctant innkeeper, embraced the spirit of these final days of Advent. What we were doing. What were we about during Advent, preparing the way? That when they finally came, that we would be the first ones to welcome them into our homes, into our hearts, to joyfully see them come in and stay with me. And we know Jesus then stayed. So it expresses the Advent theme so eloquently. Isaac Watts' beautiful hymn, "Let every heart prepare a room for him." The reality is that Christmas is a challenge to us and our values and our dreams. Just as Joseph is challenged by the message that he wasn't sure what was going on and what God really meant. So Joseph was challenged to welcome God into his home, to take Mary and to love her with all his heart and do whatever was necessary to make a home for the Holy Family. Just as Joseph was challenged into his home, we are challenged that we want to bring him and put him in our hearts, in our homes, to welcome him this year. Stay with us. Be with us. We have prepared a way and a place for you to stay. So we welcome the child into our hearts and our homes. God challenges us that Christ be allowed, and we recognize him when the knock comes this year. And all the little ones, the children, will be waiting to hear that knock and then say, let's go see who's at our door on this Christmas. Let's see who it is, that we can welcome them and allow this child to transform our hearts and our homes in his peace and his justice. So, they're coming. It's going to be a knock. Have we prepared well to recognize? Are we going to invite them to come and stay in our homes all year and to be with us? And then we will know what it means that Emmanuel is with us. In the name of the Father, the